It wasn't stolen by a state-sponsored hacking group. It wasn't seized by a federal agency. It wasn't lost in a tragic boating accident or forgotten on a discarded hard drive in a landfill. It was intentionally, systematically, and completely cast into the fire. In the physical world, destroying millions of dollars in cash is a federal crime. It leaves behind smoke, ash, and a crime scene. But in the digital realm, specifically on the immutable ledger of the Bitcoin blockchain, destroying wealth looks completely different. It is silent. It is absolute, and it is entirely legal. This is the story of a faceless entity who executed the ultimate cryptographic sacrifice, a multi-million-dollar fortune turned into a digital ghost. Why did they do it? And what happens to the global financial system when millions of dollars simply cease to exist? To understand what actually happened to this $8.2 million, we have to look at how Bitcoin actually works. Unlike traditional bank accounts, which rely on identities, usernames, and central databases, Bitcoin relies on mathematics. Every wallet consists of two things: a public address, which is like your email address that anyone can see, and a private key, which is the password required to move the funds. There are two ways to execute a burn in cryptocurrency. The first is digital, sending funds to a known burn address. These are valid public addresses generated without a corresponding private key. They are mathematical black holes. Funds can go in, but because the private key literally does not exist in the universe, they can never come out. The second way is physical and elemental. It involves taking the only existing copy of a wallet's private key, whether written on paper, engraved on steel, or saved on a hardware wallet, and physically destroying it. When our faceless actor cast their keys into the fire, they didn't delete the Bitcoin. The 100 Bitcoin are still there, visible on the blockchain for anyone to look at. But they are permanently locked in a digital safe where the key has been reduced to atoms. They are frozen in time, unmovable until the end of the universe. When a central bank prints money, everyone else's money loses a tiny bit of value. It's the tax of inflation. But Bitcoin is entirely deflationary. Its code dictates that there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin created, and no more. When this faceless entity burned $8.2 million worth of Bitcoin, they flipped the script on the global financial system. They didn't simply dump their coins on an exchange. If they had sold, a sudden influx of supply would have pushed the market price down. Instead, by destroying their supply, they did the exact opposite. Think of it like a game of musical chairs, where $1 million worth of chairs were suddenly vaporized. The remaining chairs become incredibly valuable. Because those 100 Bitcoin can never be sold, the total circulating supply of Bitcoin permanently shrank. Every person holding even a fraction of a Bitcoin anywhere in the world just became slightly wealthier because of this fire. It was an act of pure, unadulterated altruism, or perhaps something much darker. Let's continue. So why do it? Why watch $8 million burn? The answers lie in the philosophy of cryptography. To some, this is a protest against a world hyperfixated on fiat wealth and consumption. A statement that true power lies in control, even if that control means total destruction. To others, it is the ultimate flex of digital sovereignty. In a world where banks can freeze your assets and governments can seize your property, casting your wealth into a fire proves that your money belongs entirely to you. No one could force this entity to spend it, and no one could stop them from burning it. Or maybe, the faceless creator understood something deeper about the mythos of Bitcoin. Satoshi Nakamoto, the anonymous creator of the network, who or they famously walked away from an estimated 1.1 million Bitcoin, leaving them untouched for well over a decade. Those coins are widely considered to be a benevolent burn, a sacrifice to ensure the network remained decentralized and fair. By mimicking the creator, this faceless actor stepped out of the role of an investor and stepped into the realm of legend, or were they just being a Waldorf to see what would happen? Needless to say, human empires fall, paper money rots, gold can be stolen, but the blockchain is immutable. Centuries from now, long after the flesh and bone of the faceless entity have returned to dust, those 100 Bitcoin will still be sitting at that exact same public address. So to conclude this video, they will remain completely untouched, pristine, and perfectly preserved in their digital tomb, a permanent monument to the day $8 million was given back to the ether. No pun intended. They left no name. They left no explanation, just a cold pile of ash in a physical furnace, and a blazing fire that will burn on the blockchain forever. If you want to drop your comments below of who you think it is, go ahead. Like and subscribe for more content like this.